and welcome back to my vlogs, guys. So unexpectedly, I just kind of was feeling unmotivated. Obviously through Christmas, it's quite busy, chaotic with the kids being home, all the wonderful things. So I just did not pick up the camera. I was planning on it, but I just wasn't in the right mindset either. Just Christmas time is really busy and hard at the same time. So yeah, so I just was not in the mood to pick up a camera and vlog. I was, however, making things. I did make the little bunnies. I shared a couple things on my Instagram stories for you guys, but I really just was not posting on social media. I was not doing much except for being present for the kiddos while they were home over Christmas holiday. So that was fun. I was planning on finally getting her hair glued down, but for whatever reason, I cannot find the glue. I had to buy a new glue, and I have no idea where I have placed it. And my daughter is anxiously waiting because she already has the other two, and she's waiting for her so that she can play with her. And so I need to find that. But I wanted to share with you guys also, you know, I have been crocheting. I finally, after Christmas was done, I finally felt I got my crochet mojo back, and I was creating, and this light is just really blinding right now. So I was going to share with you guys some things. I have gifted one of these to my mother, but she likes her scarves short. So this pattern was a free pattern from Blondie Knots here on YouTube. So I will link that video if I remember, but it's Blondie Knots here on YouTube. If you guys crochet and you guys want to go follow along, she has some great videos, and she inspired me to start tapestry crochet because I just loved her work. But yes, this is her free pattern, so you guys can follow along. Very simple, only requires single crochet chain, so very beginner friendly. I just kind of ran with it because this is great for stash busting, and that is what I was doing, ladies and gentlemen. I have a bunch of colors that they're not me, so I gravitate towards darker colors, not very bright. Like this is not me, the bright pink. However, it is for some people. I'm trying to, and for the last 2 or 3 years, I have been trying to stash bust. It's really difficult to say to stash bust because you are trying to use up your yarn, correct? And then you get halfway through a project and you run out of yarn. So then you have to either throw that in the whip pile, which I didn't want to do, or you have to bite the bullet and go and get some yarn. I was fortunate enough with these, I have 4 scarves here. I was fortunate enough that I had enough to complete these projects, and I have another one that was like a brown. It's really pretty. I love it. But I'm gonna have to make it again because my mom likes the shorter ones, scarves, that is, and these are quite long, but I like the long one. Oh, I need to get mine. I made actually 6. I made a skinnier one when we went down to LA for like 2 days. We drove, and I didn't have to drive, so I was able to crochet in the car. My daughter, we had an event down in LA for cheer and football. They were in the playoff championships, and so we went down there to support her and support our local school. I did crochet that. I will grab that after, but anyways, so I have this beautiful one, and I like this pattern because she just says to leave the string, leave a long tail. Now I've left an extra long tail. I don't know, some days you're just like, oh, is that long enough? So this is the scarf, and this is about how thick it is, and I really like this. I had this variegated yarn that I had made beanies for my nephews and my son, and it's like a camo print. It's not really something that I particularly like, but I do like, it's like browns, and it has a little bit of gold color in it, and then a dark green. But I really like how it did work up in this, and seeing it on camera, actually it even looks It even looks better like how it came out, but it is quite a long scarf. But I truly love this, and so I have this one, and I like the color combos. Great for right now. If you have somebody that likes these colors, it's great for winter. And then thinking of spring, because yes, we do still have times in spring where it's cold. You may need a scarf. So I really like this one. I like this color combo. I think it came out really pretty. The blues, again, I like blue, and I like how it looks on me particularly, but this isn't really colors that I foresee in my shop in the future. So we will talk about that another time, or maybe later today. I don't know what we're going to get into today because I really don't have much on the agenda of crocheting. I will talk about that in just a second. So here's this scarf. This one I truly love. Again, it's not necessarily colors that I gravitate to, and it's really hard, like running a crochet business, because you are constantly guessing, like, what do people want? That's how I feel. Like, what do people want to see? What colors do they want? I am going to, like I said, I'm stash busting right now. I've done a great job. I just recently bought yarn. Like, it was only $15 worth of yarn. So it wasn't even that much, and it was black and white, and a crimson red, because I'm gonna make some school colors scarves for the school for my daughter. But I want to have like the school colors on hand, so if something comes up, I can make it quickly, because I didn't have any reds, because that's another color that I don't really use. But these colors work really well together. I think they're very beautiful. I mean, look at this. Like I said, it is a single crochet all the way, and it's just really beautiful. I love, it's hard for me to pick out colors too, so I would like grab a bunch and ask my girls, be like, okay guys, what do you think? Do these go together? And so I do like this color combination. I think it came out super pretty. Yeah, so this one I have to still trim the ends here, but for the most part. And then I was like, oh, you know, Valentine's Day coming up. Some people do like pink, and I wanted to get rid of this bright pink that I had bought for making her. So I wanted to get rid of it because I don't, like I said, I'm not into bright colors. Like, I have this very bright yellow and green out in my stash, and I'm just like, I don't know what I'm going to use that for, because I'm just not into those colors. To each their own. This did come out super cute. I think it's very lovely. I like the colors. It's got browns, it's got white, and 3 different shades of pink in it. And this, like, so like this pink right here, this hot pink, is something like I'm not going to use again. And then this color I've had in my stash. It's kind of hard to see the true color. I've had that in my stash for a couple of years now, and I don't have enough to make like a full project with it. So this actually worked really well. Like, I pretty much am done with that pink, the lighter pink. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you guys for today. I am going to be looking for the glue. I'm really sad because I was going to do that really quickly. So some things that I wanted to talk to you guys about was, I don't do much crocheting. Well, I crochet every day for my mental health. I am not having any markets again till the end of 2026. I won't do any markets. It's my normal thing. I wanted to say that I am not planning on reopening my Etsy shop. It has just, it's not for me. Let's just say that. It's not for me. I am a small business, like small business. And the fees that they charge are astronomical. So I'm just stepping away from Etsy this year and planning on, I have 2 different websites that I'm going between right now and designing. So we will see which one I go with. That is my plan, is to have my own website and reducing costs that way, and have the profits go towards me, because pretty much I was making 0 money on sales on my Etsy shop, because I was paying for shipping and the Etsy fees, the listing fees, you know, every month paying fees. It's just out of hand. It's just, to be honest, like, Etsy is not worth it if you don't sell things on a consistent basis. It is not a good platform for people like myself. Now, people that are selling every single day, it's wonderful for them and it works. It's a good place to start to get some momentum. And I did have some momentum at the beginning, but I just feel like I need to find another avenue because right now it's not working. So I'm not going to be opening my Etsy shop back up. So in the meantime, if there is something that I do post that you see, you can send me a message. I have, you can DM me on Instagram, or you can, if you know me in real life, you can send me a text message, or you can send me an email. I believe I have it on my Etsy. If not, it's just NicoleMarieCrochets@gmail.com. So I'm going to go ahead and go and look for that glue. And okay, that didn't take very long, thankfully. I guess it had slipped back behind some of my daughter's bead making or jewelry making for her bracelets things. Anyways, this was something I was watching. Oh my gosh, I can't think. I'll link it down below. I can't think of her name right now, but she had mentioned this when I was making bags that I had followed her. Pretty and Pete, that's who had recommended this. So I just bought this off of Etsy, and this is awesome glue. It holds up very well. I used it on my little granny square pouches that I actually sewed and then glued in the lining with this. So I'm going to go ahead and get to gluing this so that my daughter can have it and it can be out of my room, and that'll be a whip that is completed, that I've just been procrastinating on getting done, even though I bought this like way before Christmas happened. But I was just like, it's chaotic with you guys home. I need time to sit and do it, yada, yada, yada. So I'm going to get that done. And then I am going to sit down and look about, so I was thinking about Shopify or Squarespace. Let me know down below what your guys' if you guys have a personal website for your business. I kind of want it to be twofold. I want it to be able to have a blog component and then the store so you guys can shop component, because social media is great and whatnot, but I do want a place for like my thoughts to come across if I choose to write up any patterns. I used to have a blog and I would pay for it, but I just want to see if there is, I don't know, like I said, I have to look into these different websites because I'm not quite sure if they give those components of having a blog plus having a store to sell things. So let me know in the comments if you do have your own store, what you would prefer. And yeah, I would really love that. So I'm going to go ahead and get to gluing this doll's hair on and getting it completed, getting that marked off my list. I may also finish, so these aren't quite done, so I am going to go back through and add some more. So like I usually pick like the main color, which I consider this bright pink color to be what I'm saying is my main color, and then I'll go in and fill in to make this fuller, because right now it's not that full. So I've done that with this side, see how it's a little bit fuller. So I'm just going to go in and add that, and then I have to trim those down, and then those will be completed. So if there's a color that you saw that you liked and you want to purchase it, you guys can send me a DM. I think I'm going to sell those, are going to probably be about $40. They are, like I said, they are quite long. They are very soft. You can wrap them around. Actually, let me go grab mine. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's mine, red and black. Red is not my color, but it's a school color for my daughter. So basically what I do is I leave it folded in half, and then I just kind of take it and put it like this. And then just have it, you know, if you don't want it tight around your neck, you can loosen it up, and then it's just will hang down. And then I cut my, I didn't make this even, but I cut my little string things quite short, just because I don't tuck it into my jacket. I know some people do, like my mom, she wants hers shorter because she kind of tucks it in to her jacket, but I don't do that. So let's go ahead and get to gluing. Get this opened, and we're gonna get to gluing this on. I'm gonna leave this tip. I think I do have to cut that very top off. Okay, let me get that done, and I'll just bring you guys along while I glue this. So let's get going. hair placed the way that it's supposed to be placed according to the pattern. So here was just what it looks like. And so I have got that all placed down for now. And this glue, yes, love it, but it is very, very sticky. So I should have had some wet napkin here or something, but I did manage to get everything glued down and the hair placed the way it needs to. And then I will go ahead and tie these better because I don't think I tied them very good. But yeah, so she just gonna dry for today, and then my daughter can have her, and then she is done. So it's just gonna dry for today. I'm just gonna leave her sitting here in my room to dry. I'm going to go and clean this out because if you don't, then you'll just have a sticky hot mess. So I just use this container to keep it in, and then it has the lid you can put back on. But yes, favorite glue for working with yarn, fabric. It is very great. All right, I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to work on quite yet, but it's 10:30 Tuesday. We have a full day of school today for the kids. I'm going to work on the scarves I showed you guys. So let me go clean this up, and then I'm going to work on cutting the strips for the yarn, for the scarves, and then we will get those done. So then when I do finally get, oh, you know what? I'm going to try to take pictures today because it's been raining for like a week, and today is semi-bright. It's not sunny, but it's not dark and gloomy gray. So I'm going to get these scarves completed and try to get the pictures taken. So when I do get that website finally ready to go, I will have the pictures ready and I just have to add it and get all that done. So I'm going to go ahead and get this cleaned up, and then I will get to work on the scarves and I will bring you guys along. Okay, so I just wanted to show you one of these really quickly. What I do is I just take one of the strings that I have cut up here. Let me raise you guys up. Here we go. And I'm going to fold it in half, make it even. Nope, we're pulling that on the wrong side. Oh, yay. I'm a little rusty apparently. All right, so we are going to fold that in half like so. We're going to take our crochet hook, and I'm just going to go in and kind of, you can see how it doesn't seem full right now. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. And here we go again with it being uneven. Nicole, come on, let's get it together, girl. All right, so I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go and take my hook from the front into the back, and then we're just going to hook that on here, and we are going to, and you know what, I'm doing this the wrong way because I am left-handed. True story, but I do everything crochet wise right-handed. Okay, so we're gonna pull that from top to bottom. That's why it felt funny when I was trying to do it. And then we just pull it through like this, and you just pull it through. And then we're just gonna keep adding, and then I'm just gonna add where I see fit, and then I will trim it all down to the right size once we get done on this side. And I'll do one more with you guys, and then we'll just go into little montage of me finishing these up. And I have to cut the other ones and do the other side, so. And then we'll trim them again evenly. I usually tape it at the bottom to cut it perfectly, but I also am learning that it doesn't have to be perfect because nothing's perfect that's handmade, guys, okay? Let's be real. Handmade is handmade. And you buy handmade for a reason, right? Because you like the, you know, I mean, obviously I want it to be as close to the same length as possible. But sometimes I'm not perfect is what I'm trying to say. Who is perfect? Nobody. Okay, anyways, off my soapbox, we will go ahead and continue doing this over and over until we get it the way we like it. I just completed side 2, so now we have both sides completed and they just look fuller. And now we are going to trim the ends as best as possible. I tried to do the best that I can. So I'm just going to, we're going to get that one out of the way. I think I am going to use the tape. I have it right here. So let's just use it. I used to use an X-Acto knife, or I used to use this blade, but I don't know, for some reason it's not working. So I went to these scissors that I found. But I used to use this and just cut it, but it wasn't working. It's like, and I bought a new blade and everything. So I don't really know what's going on here. So we'll try it. And we're just gonna take the good old tape here and let's make sure it's long enough. Okay, and move that to the side. All right, so the shortest piece is probably right here. And so I'm gonna try to get right there. Okay, so now we got that taped down. So this is easy if it works, but it doesn't always want to work. Okay, and again, see, I'm left-handed, so I want to do it like this. See, and it pulls, it doesn't cut. Maybe I should go from this way. I don't know, guys. Okay, we're just gonna give up on that because it's making me mad already, and I just only tried it a couple times. So we're just gonna cut it with the scissors. Okay. That's why I like the X-Acto, because you can, this. Did I close it? Nope, I didn't. There we go. I don't know why that thing doesn't work, but it is what it isn't, and it is what it is. Oh, now I want to watch Alice in Wonderland. I haven't watched that in a long time. All right, so this is how we cut it. Like I said, I'm going to try to get it as even as I can, guys. Please don't come at me. And as you can see, I could take my straightener, like I showed you guys in a reel that I had made, and pull it straight, because to be honest, it's not straight. So if I wanted to do that, that would be straight like that. After time, it, you know, if you leave it out, it'll eventually flatten out. Okay, so I'm going to take the tape off. And we're going to set it over here so we can use that for the other side. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get the other side. And here is where we need to make sure that these two sides are the same length. Okay, so I'm going to go like this. Going to try our best to get that lined up. Okay, and I'm not gonna pull it tight because oh, see, like this one? Oh no, that goes over there. Okay. I was like, wait, it didn't cut one. Okay, so this would need to be like right here. Okay. And I'm going to just take this and go like that. Okay. And then we are going to just repeat the process of cutting the, okay, so I have completed one. I'm gonna go ahead and do the pink one next because I actually have already begun that one, and we're just gonna reuse this tape to hold it down. But now we have both sides looking good, and they look nice and full. I'm gonna go ahead and just go like that. Okay, so now we have that completed, and we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one. I'm not gonna bore you guys with the same thing over and over. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and complete that, and then I think once I get done with that, we may go ahead and take our lunch break, and then after lunch, I'm going to do about another hour. Well, I gotta take pictures, so however long it's gonna take me to get product pictures taken. The sun is actually out, and there is actually blue skies right now, so I need to hurry. I may have to get the pictures before lunch, so I'm going to hurry up and get this going. I will catch you guys later. has came out, and there's blue skies, and I have just completed all 4 of my adding the tassels, strings, whatever you want to call them, to the end of, sorry, I'm just trying to put away my stuff because I don't like to leave a mess when I leave a room, so I'm trying to put that up. Okay, so I'm gonna go hopefully run outside, grab my mannequin over there, and get some pictures. I need to dress her. Sorry, yarn on the floor, but I'm going to get pictures taken. So let's go ahead and get that done. In here they are all completed. All right guys, let's go get pictures taken.